Oh, shit! Why did I think that was a good idea? Huh? Who's there? Dr. Disrespect? What are you doing here? Are you okay? Wait, why are you unzipping your pants? Wait, no! I'm good, guys. In case you were wondering, he realized I was a grown man and not a girl. So, back to business. And first off, no, the video isn't on redacted, as he's not newsworthy anymore. Instead, we're gonna be talking about the most downtrodden people on the internet. Child predators. It seems like it's a popular trend to prey on the innocent instead of doing something productive like hunting. But just knowing the type of people, it's probably best to just stay away from animals in general. Now, thanks to the age of the internet, they are actively searching for pubescent children. I could make an entire analysis of this epidemic, but that has been done to death by people who have too much time or by someone who has done a shitty job. I mean, come on, the world is a dark place right now, and I think what this world really needs is balance and guidance. Especially since the man who gave that guidance, you two fucking assassinated him off the platform. But we'll leave these so-called people or cretins on the platform. I can think of one person who really needs his help, as he's taken every wrong turn when it comes to response, and it seems like you could use some hand-holding to guide him through these tough times. Most importantly, an adult and not gooning with children on Discord. Just making sure that it's on. So let's introduce our special guest. And that lucky viewer is Seshinpurp! The question that we are here to ask is, can I fix him? But first, let me introduce him.
I got rejected by the 16-year-old.
You're a fucking loser, bro! Even the fucking point of hanging out then.
Seshinpurp is a small commentary channel with 160 subscribers. So, at the very least, I'm not punching down since it's a fair matchup. Despite his channel being so small, his little journey so far has been riddled with nothing but controversy. And I want to keep a note of this reason why. It's mainly because Perp is extremely lonely, a man starved of attention. Especially from a touch from a woman or little girls. This guy is facing several allegations and other shit, and I like to go through these little chapters to make fun of, but also judge at the end of the video or be bad faith as possible with the given evidence. Vosh style. So we can see the results of Seshinpurp's fate. So, let's start off with what usually screws over content creators. Minors! Remember what I said earlier? And I want to keep a note of this reason why. It's mainly because Perp is extremely lonely, a man starved of attention. Especially from a touch from a woman or little girls. This is going to be extremely important in the reason why this avalanche started. This whole situation began when Perp decided to befriend someone in the art commentary community. Perp, that was your first mistake. But it seems like he has a repellent that makes women of age run away from him, as this guy gets no play. So the only reasonable response is to slide into a 16-year-old's DMs. And that person was bored off of. Their conversation started off very normal. Very impressive feat, Perp. I would go on to say to reward yourself, but Perp has to make it really weird by talking about the age and sexuality of the girl and then confessed his feelings. The desperation is shown here, and I'll even read some of the DMs out to show you what I mean. Hey, it won't let me use a thumbnail for the Scott Pilgrim video. It's saying the file's too big. No stinking way. Okay, 1 second. Thank yous. It seems like Scott Pilgrim and Perp have two things in common. They're first for high school girls. My apologies, I can't do it in a few minutes since my parents are literally about to sleep. Does tomorrow after school work, or I do online classes, so I don't know about you though. Yeah, tomorrow works. By the way, how old are you? 16. I'm 19. I hope that's not creepy. LOL! I shrug, it's whatever, man. Okay, just making sure cause people don't like talking to me. Cause, I'm a bit older, like, I wouldn't want to be messaging anybody like 15 or younger, so good to know you're 16. By the way, what's your profile? It seems familiar.
What you mean you kinda like me?
I'm bad with words.
Elaborate.
I like you in, like, more than friends.
Flattered, but firstly, I'm taken, and secondly, I'm 16 and you're 19.
Bro, L-Riz, Seshinpurp, this is not Riz, bro. Hey, I have two things I want to know. Do you consider me a pedophile? And two, are we chill?
Nah, yeah.
Jesus Christ, man, do you take a second look before you send stuff? Like, this looks fucking awful. I could see why you're being called a predator thanks to this creepy confession and exchange. Due to this creepy exchange, allegations were dropped, which Graceful would look into them, and then, with the evidence shown, he would run with it and label him as a predator. And overall, the video was just bad, as there were too many assumptions which just brought out the commentary cronies, but they don't really matter at the end of the day. Purp would eventually make a response, which was riddled of addressing irrelevant points, mainly just taking a crap on Graceful's content, instead of talking about the main situation.
So he goes on to read the so-called evidence of me being a P-word in a cringe voice while squeezing his nuts and—
Of course, you're talking about a minor's genitals. Couldn't you help yourself then, Purp? The second event that has gained a lot of traction was the OnlyFans girl, as she made a thread on him leaking their DMs. Ouch, that has to hurt, man. We get to see Seshinpurp's Riz game, and it goes as expected. Really cringy DMs and pickup lines, stuff that you would use in school. But it makes sense, as that is what Purp is attracted to. These DMs overall hurt to read, as he gets really pushy, as he really wants to bag this girl. Even got a chance to make a video with her, but as usual, Purp was being himself, so he got nowhere. He would throw a tantrum like a child, literally crying. Like, this dude is an actual loser. He was even whining that he couldn't get a hug from the girl. I don't know what to say. Like, what's your thought process? The first problem was trying to hook up with an OnlyFans girl and not taking the obvious hints like a relationship. Is that what you're after? If you want me to, I can visually represent what that would look like.
Okay, Seshinpurp, I'm getting ready to record another video.
Really? Can I be a part of this video this time?
No, I'm sorry, sweetie. Ever since it's been taking off, I've been expanding, let's just say.
Expanding, what do you mean by that?
I got my first message in a collaboration, a chance to make a lot of money. He'll be here at any minute.
What's the meaning of this? I thought we had something special, you know.
I know, sweetie, but like I said, I wasn't searching for anything serious, so I'll see you in a little bit.
I thought we had something special. At the very least, I have my Nintendo Switch to cope. Life is like a video game, trying hard to be.
Purp, is this really the life that you desire with this girl? Is this really what you wanted? Because this is the life you would have. My man, you got doxxed over the situation. I'm not talking about the podcast, but a Google Doc has dropped made by Nilo. It shows off Seshinpurp's golden idea, the opportunity of a lifetime. And it was him using minors to bake grimace to pop out a banger video. I don't know what he was thinking. It wasn't the golden goose egg that he thought it was afterwards. But reading this document, it looks really bad for Seshinpurp. Not because he's using actual minors to bait predators was a good idea, but the exchanges with Nilo, as it is nothing but degeneracy, like such classics as, "You impregnated me with your goon." He's saying this to a 16-year-old and he's 19. Shaking my head, shakes my dreads. "Nilo, stop nutting on me." Ha ha la la la. I can't see! This is a 19-year-old talking to a 16-year-old about edging on them. Stop getting me pregnant. Ugh. Help. Ha ha la la la. You out there sleeping around while I take care of the baby. How dare you? Shaking my head. I'm Sigma. You're in Selma. Reminder, this is a 19-year-old man talking to a 16-year-old. Gooning is a word that was made for self-pleasure, and this guy wonders why he gets called a predator. To make the situation worse, he was talking about it with a 14-year-old, but to give him benefit of the doubt, it was directed at Nilo. In the mix, there were allegations of AICP, which Purp was spreading around, saying Nilo sent it to him or something. I don't really care, as Purp just straight up admitted that it was a lie, and he was just doing it for the funnies and was getting off to the idea that he like hurt them, but not as much when he was gooning with all the minors. Do I think Graceful was wrong? Yes, and mentally retarded, but those symptoms are expected when you hang out the art side of the commentary community, filled to the brim with the gay and the handicapped. But at the same time, I don't blame Graceful for coming to this conclusion, only if he had more evidence. But to be fair, we wouldn't have gotten to this point if this video wasn't made. Thanks to all the events that have led up to this moment, a nuclear reaction of a response blowing up any type of goodwill this guy has. And back to the predator, I can see where Graceful is coming from when calling him a predator. There is a repeated behavior of him talking in really weird weird ways with minors. Mainly how he talks like a fucking child, and honestly from the screenshot shown, he probably would want to do that. No wonder why he was talking like that to an underage 16-year-old. So let's look at the results. Most of this drama could have been avoided if he just didn't talk to minors, talking sexually or express intimate relations with one. The most charitable I can be with reviewing all the evidence is this guy's a bumbling idiot who doesn't know how to handle getting a smackdown by the entire community. And at the most, he's a sex pest. And the worst way I can look at this is this guy's very petty and malicious who will use any trick in the book to get away with anything, as long as he doesn't have to be held accountable. Even if it means burning every single bridge, destroying your friends, manipulating your audience with your suicide baiting, being an active sex pest to women, and talking weirdly with kids. This is my hot take here. I genuinely think Seshinpurp is a predator, or walking on the tightropes of being one, just from his interactions with children alone. I don't think I can fix him. He's beyond saving. Jesus can't help this man. To end this video, let's end it with a lesson. The lesson of today, pussy is one hell of a drug. Doing basketball content isn't saving you, little bro. The only redemption I see this future predator having is to take his own advice, which is to kill—